I was reading through the paper one day, and there was an article in there that named St. Louis the most dangerous city in the U.S. I remember thinking, for real, I grew up in Illinois across the river, but coming to St. Louis for ball games, zoo, I never saw that side of St. Louis. So the next time we came to St. Louis, my wife and I went into the city on a date, met up with some pastors in the area, got a little history, and learned that there used to be 20 Assembly of God churches in North City, and that was in the 60s, and then in 1992, the last one shut its doors. That was a big moment for me, because here was this reality of this newspaper article, the most dangerous city in the U.S. statistically, and then we're running from it. We've got no churches going in, only churches leaving. And that's really the moment that God began dealing in my heart. This can't happen. So St. Louis is divided into two halves. There's the north half and the south half, and it's separated by one street called Delmar Boulevard. And if you were to drive north of Delmar, you'd see brokenness, abandonment. I think it's 97% African American. The median income is near the poverty line. And if you go the south side of Delmar, another world. There's this clear fracture in the city, and it's a fracture of the soul. North City is the orphan. Nobody wants it. If you live there, you try to get out. That's the objective. South City avoids. They drive around. It's a lot like Samaria. The Jews would walk around Samaria. North City's that way. You avoid it, and if you're in it, you try to get out. Well, we knew we were going to church plant, so what now? What do you do? I knew the Church Multiplication Network. I contacted them and was pointed to an Essentials conference. When I went to there, I didn't have a clue yet. Funding, how do you do that? How do you form a team? So they were instrumental in helping me ask the right questions. What's impressed me about CMN, they got this big coalition together of people, all the leading church planners doing multicultural thinking. They got us together in a room, and how are we going to do this? And they just started putting plans together and legs to this idea of, okay, if we're going to be multicultural, let's think this way. What do we need to do? What's our history look like? And that to me was incredibly cool to see. CMN had us do a demographic study of the zip codes around us, and we saw in that study, which just blew my mind, that we had 59% single mothers in those two zip codes, and then 8% single fathers. So you've got 67, 2 out of 3 homes without a parent. And so we decided we were going to move into North City. It's another world. It's different from rural America. We were the 27th, 28th, and 29th white people to move into the neighborhood out of 4,000 people in our neighborhood. And it was scary at first, but if I'm honest with you, it's the friendliest neighborhood I've ever lived in. Everyone looks out for everyone. Got a position at a local hospital and been working there ever since. I do some part-time stuff there. We were there 2 years before we launched the church. And the beautiful thing is we get to invent a whole new way of doing church. We're trying to create this place where both worlds can come in, they're sitting by each other, they're praising God. These people that nowhere in life are they colliding in each other's lives. Nowhere are they crossing each other's paths, except for at church. And they're in each other's history, and this new thing is happening, and healing is occurring. And that's the thing we're preaching, is this divide in St. Louis is really because of the divide between us and God. One is a symptom of the other. And so we start with that. We have people that are being drawn to what it is we're trying to do. The press, the local National Public Radio picked up on our mission of what we're trying to do. Here's a church trying to bring healing, what we believe, and we're kind of convicted by this metaphor of this glow stick, that a glow stick is made up of 2 solutions separated by a barrier. And if you break that barrier, it emits this light. And so we believe that if we can provide a place where these 2 solutions, where maybe they have something that will bring resolution to the problem in North Side, and maybe this side has a resolution that will bring a solution that brings resolution to this side. If we can just mix them those 2 solutions, that the light of God will be emitted and the city will be changed.